Hello, this is a six-part series. Finally, we're almost to the end. Um, Six-part series. This one, um, I have to say it's the most complex one. Uh, Not as complex as you might believe generally when it comes to routing, but is widely considered complex because of the characters that you choose for this. Um, Mainly Shantae, Klonoa, they do different routing with this stage in general. Um, Now I'm not gonna really you know no like put some notice and be hey, this is how they're able to route them because that's a different series. Like I said in the previous parts, uh, whether if I even get to that, I don't know. Uh, but this is how to generally route with if not every character, which is about half the characters in this damn stage. So, pretty much, your favorite character is probably going to be in this stage, unless it is Jigglypuff or, pretty much any other characters that are kind of maybe, you play. you know, like, um, I'll probably, name ones on the top of my head, but half the characters are in this stage, and you'll be blown away as of how I'm going to be able to show you this. So generally, right, um, you either break this or you break this. It doesn't really matter each way, just as matter as you're able to start it. So you just be able to break this, which means you're going to break this to this into this. Um, but if you're breaking this, you'll be able to break this into this, and as you're decelerating down, you'll be able to break that very annoying pesky target that is going to get you in trouble about 99% of the time. Yes, this part right here, this halfway part, and where you're about to break the last four targets. Yeah, this part right here, and in which that you're about to break the fifth target, is going to be the very everlasting pain in the fucking ass. Um, don't ask me why. It is. It just fucking is. So, take that with a grain of salt. Um, you can either, go in this platform and just hit it right there, and then just swing dash your way through it, and then just do this. You hit this target, and then, double jump, and then, hit that. And then, yeah, that's the last target that you'll be able to break. That is basically the Mario route. I'll kindly briefly show what I mean by, hitting this target right here. Of course, you're gonna break this one, and instead of okay, can I just break this? Thank you. Instead of just going, going around anywhere, right? You wouldn't decelerate down to here. No, not really. You wouldn't, because I mean that's just not really worth it. In fact, that's going to be the last one. After you break this, break that, this, and then you kind of down tilt this, and then break into this, into this. So yeah, that's also another routing you can do as well. Now, it doesn't really matter how you're able to do it, just as matters as you're able to break them. And also be able to keep on pace if you're able to as well. Now, there's also, of course, another way you can do this, and which is by, I guess another way you can do it. So, depending on the projectiles, right, like Crash, for example, if he can, throw a crate, down in that target right there. Which, I mean, that would be very, very fucking, I don't know what else to say on that point, at that point, but, if you're able to do that, but yes, a world record does do that, but we're just gonna stick with our guns and just, kind of just run towards right here, and then, break that into this, right? Let's not make it more complicated for ourselves, so let's do, break into here, or just jab it into neutral air, or just any other move that's going to break the target. So then, and then all the way to here, and then you kind of know the gist. You know the rest for this general routing. You just down tilt right there, and then there you go. Now, of course, depending on the character, the hitboxes are going to be different. You're gonna have to do it a little bit different, etc., etc. Yeah, that's kind of it for this. Like I said, it's not very summatory in how you're able to, break targets in this stage, and that's probably why I saved the best for last, because even with all of that, there's always going to be, better routes with this stage, and always will be. Sometimes you just never know that you're able to break a target somewhere else, and it's it always very much surprises me to this very day that there are other routes that can be still be done with this game. I thought I have already optimized the routing, very long ago. I thought, many of the things were very much optimized until I realized I only did a fraction of it. Right now, Tom has done like pretty much fuck ton more routing than I could ever really think of. I think ever since I've gotten here, he's actually tied the amount of discoveries in like more than I can ever maybe swallow upon. Who knows? But yeah, that's kind of it for like the 3 other routings. You can go back to them probably within timestamp, or just by rewinding and being like, whoa, what the fuck going on there? It's just like, let's rewind to this. But yeah, that's basically it, and that also concludes the entire generalization of, or the routing. That includes the routing with like every stage, or the general routing of every stage. So if you miss something, or you kind of just, or kind of like just on your background, or, were interested, then cool. Otherwise, if you've, were looking through something else and you thought, oh, it's cool and all, but like, yeah, that's basically all I gotta say for that. Yeah, this concludes at least in due part of the playlist of the series that is pretty much done. All right, cool.